Welcome back. This is Mr. Anderson with Mr. A's Techno Show. Today we're going to be installing Google Chrome, and then afterwards we're going to go inside and take a look around and do some exploring inside the program. So stick around. Okay, so we're back. Let's go ahead and go down here to the bottom, right along your taskbar, and find Google Chrome. Go ahead and open that up. Once you're in Google Chrome, go ahead and type in Google Earth. Once we do that, go ahead and hit enter. Now you're going to see you have Google Earth here, and you also have download. Let's go ahead and click on the download. Okay, it says download the latest version of Google Earth for PC, Mac, or Linux. Easy enough. If you want to read through all of the terms of service, it's all right here in front of you. If you don't, that's fine. And then what we're going to do is go ahead and click on agree and download. Okay. Sometimes it takes just a little bit, and there you can see that it's dropped right down here in our downloads. Once it is completely downloaded and ready, go ahead and left click on that. It's going to pop up with a Google Update setup. So let's go ahead and click on yes. And it looks like we're installing. So far, so good. Well, while we're waiting for it to install, I hope everybody is having a great summer. I know I'm having a pretty good summer vacation. Hope you all are as well. Okay, it looks like we are in. See how quickly it was to install this program? All right. We do have startup tips here. This is the first thing that pops up when you activate Google Earth. From here, you can turn off those. If you don't want them to show tips. I like to keep them up just in case I need to go back and do a refresher. So I'm going to go ahead and close that for right now. And you can see if you left click and hold down, you can turn the globe pretty much any way you want. Now you can see that we're pretty much, you can also spin it. If you just left click, hold it, and then let go, you can spin the ball all you want. Now, if we want to go ahead and straighten ourselves back up, so we're the north is to the top of the screen and the south is to the bottom, we're going to go ahead and go over here to this, which is our compass, and click on in. Just left click once. And it spins us right. We can go back over here to the United States, hit the N again, and there is North America. Now what we're going to do is we're going to use our mouse wheel. That's the little wheel in the center of your mouse. For those people who might not know where that's at, it's probably going to be right there. We're going to take it and we're just going to zoom in, and let's zoom into Florida. Once we're here in Florida, we can go ahead, hit our N again to straighten us out. And here we are in Palm Beach County. Most of you guys have seen this. If you were in my class last year, you know where West Palm Beach is. You have a general idea what Palm Beach County looks like. And you can also zoom right on in and find Palm Beach International Airport. Okay, from here, if you're at Palm Beach International, you guys should be able to hopefully find out where Pine Jog Elementary School. And this is primarily for Pine Jog Elementary, which is right here. Had a lot of kids in the classes last year, and we got to do this pretty often. All right, so now you got kind of an idea of how to move in Google Earth. All right, so from here we can sort of click and drag our way around the south to the Midwest and zoom out and go all the way up here to Alaska. All right, We'll go ahead and hit our N one more time. Straighten ourselves out. Now, if we zoom in, you may notice that there are these tiny little, look like little icons, little pictures. If you click on these, it should show you a picture of something that someone took a picture of while they were at that location. Here we have Lake Creek fishing right here along this lake, or river actually. It looks more like a river, or a very small river right here in Alaska. We can click out of that. If you want to go to a different part of the world, let's go over here to, let's see, this is West Africa. Let's see what they have here as far as pictures. All right, they're building a mosque here in this, I think that is Sierra Leone. All right. Pretty, oh no, it's Cameroon. Sorry. I did not get a chance to take a look at it. Let's go up here to Europe. Let's go to Norway and see what sort of pretty pictures they have. Let's pick this one. Oh wow, okay, that's a picture of a city or a town somewhere along the fjords of Norway. All right, as you can see, there's a lot of things you can look at and do inside of this program. Now, you'll also notice over here to the left, we have some toolbars. Now, you can search for places up here where it says search. You just type in the name of where you're looking for and then hit the search bar, and it should go ahead and take you to those areas. Down here, you can see what is called the primary database. From here, you can select borders and labels. It'll turn off the actual borders of countries. It'll turn off photos if you want. You can specify which borders and labels. If you just want borders or you want labels, you can do that. Labels also turn on the capital cities, which is kind of neat. Let's go on. Then you can also click on weather. And the weather will actually show you a current weather picture for parts of the world. Let's see if we zoom in here a little bit. Yes, we did have a little bit of rain this afternoon, actually earlier this morning in Florida. Looks like it's kind of nice up here in the upper south. Looks like Britain's kind of dry today. A little bit of cloud cover in Europe and some clouds over Russia. Ooh, that's a pretty interesting weather pattern right there, stretching across Southeast Asia, China, and southern Japan. Very nice. But yeah, you can see that if you click on some of these layers here in the database, it will give you some more options. Now, let's go ahead and rotate back over to the United States. Once we're here at the US, let's look up at this toolbar right here. Some of the things I wanted to show you really quickly here was this, the show ruler. Now, if you were in my class this year, many of you have already seen the ruler and how it works. Let's say that we want to try to get a somewhat accurate distance between 2 points. Let's find this place over here in the Bahamas. I'm wondering, oh, let me turn on my places so I can see where I'm looking at. Places, let's see, borders and labels. Okay, that's Freeport in the Bahamas. So we're just going to zoom this out. We're going to find Boynton Beach right here. So we're going to draw a line from Boynton Beach to Freeport. So you can just click right there on that red. You can see there's like a little red dot right there. We can click on that. And then we're going to just drag it over here to Freeport and click. Now you can look right here in the ruler menu and you can see exactly how far in miles we're looking at. That's 86.34 miles. You can also change it to kilometers if you would like. It's 138.95 kilometers away. You can even do it in feet if you really want. That's a lot of feet. 455,856.50 feet. That's a lot of feet. All right, so let's go ahead and go back to miles for right now, and we're going to clear it. Now, when you're using the ruler, you can also create a path. Now, paths are really interesting, and I like to use paths, especially if I'm doing bike riding or I'm walking long distances. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a path. We're going to zoom in and find Pine Jog Elementary School, which is right here. Let's hold that down so we can actually get right over the top of it. And let's say that we want to chart a path from the front door of the school to the corner of Summit Boulevard, and well, let's make it a little bit more difficult. Summit Boulevard's pretty easy to do. Let's go from the front door of the school to Haverhill Boulevard, and from Haverhill we're going to go south to Forest Hill Boulevard. Real easy to do. Let's first off put our first mark. So we're going to left click, and you don't need to drag it, just left click once. Then we're going to left click out here on the street, which is Summit Boulevard. From here we're going to go all the way down here, click again. Going to go here and click. And last one is right here. Now this is Haverhill Road right here. Now from Haverhill Road we're going to go south. And we're going to continue south until we reach Forest Hill Boulevard right here. So let's take a look. How far away is that? 2.13 miles. That's a pretty long distance to walk. All right, so now you know how to make lines and you know how to do paths. So this is a pretty good start. All right. Now there's some other things also that you can do while you are here in Google Earth. What I'd like for you to do is from the ruler, head to the left, and then you're going to see switch between Earth, sky, and other planets. Yeah, that's right. You can actually visit other planets and a moon to see what they look like in Google Earth. So let's go ahead and go to Mars. Ooh, okay. So this is Mars in Google Earth. We can hit our N right there and straighten ourselves up. You can see that there is a little bit of ice at the North Pole and a little bit of ice here at the South Pole. Now this isn't the type of ice that we have here on planet Earth. That is actually frozen carbon dioxide. Yeah. Sort of like when you guys go to Publix, you can your parents can buy dry ice, and that's pretty much about the same thing that they have here on Mars. Now you can zoom in, and as you can see, there are points of interest, I believe. Let's get in there and see what these things are about. No points to delete. Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. Ah, there we go. Nope, that doesn't really seem to do anything. That's unfortunate. Let's see, maybe down here. As you see, as you get closer, you can actually see craters and some of the... Oh, I think I am still in... Oh, I am. Let's clear it. And let's get out of the ruler. Oh, okay. So now that we're out of the ruler, we can actually click on things and it will bring up information from NASA to tell us what we are looking at. That's pretty nice. Okay. So let's zoom on out a little bit more. And that's interesting. I've never seen the little walking people before. All right. It's a traveler's guide to Mars, and it gives you a little bit of information on what is in that area. All right. So make sure to play around in Mars and take a look around and see what you think about that. Now let's go ahead and go to the moon. Okay, here we go. Now here we are at the moon. Let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit and see if we can see anything interesting. All right. Wow, very nice. Regional lunar polyclastic deposits living off the land on the next frontier. And I believe this is from Arizona State University. A little bit of information. Yeah, so this is some pretty cool stuff. You can do, just like you did with Mars, you can now do on the moon. You can zoom around and take a look at stuff and get some information. And last, let's go ahead and take a look at sky. Now, I'm an astronomy buff, as many of you all know. And so what this allows me to do is take a look in our sky and find different sort of where constellations are. It also shows us where different stars are, and also deep sky objects, as well as the other planets in our solar system. If you go over here to our layers menu, in our sky database, you can also choose certain things to look at if you wish, or you can click them off at your leisure. All right, so there you go. Oh, before we do that, let me go ahead and let's click on some things and see if it, oh, okay, so yeah, if you actually click on some of these items, they will tell you a little bit more about what you're looking at. Let's see, this is Iota Draconis. And it is an orange giant star located 103 light years away in the constellation of Draco. All right. So as you can see, you can learn a lot from Google Earth. Just not looking around and trying to find, well, I like to look at it and use it for finding fishing locations when I'm in Google Earth. So, yeah, you can actually learn something other than going fishing, kids, but fishing's fun. Well, I hope you've had a great time today. I've had a really good time spending a little bit of time in Google Earth. I hope you've learned something. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop them in the comments section below. Make sure to give me a thumbs up and a like if you'd like. And also make sure to share me with your friends. Let them know Mr. A's Techno Show is here, and I am here to answer your questions. So, this is Mr. A wishing you a tech-filled day.